Hi everybody, this is Jacob Vile. Today I got another test I'm going to be doing with my seats that I've already previously done, but after a couple of people's comments and people messaged me suggestions on things else I could try, I'm going to do that today. And so I already have my back seat down because I knew I gained with my seat down, but I'm also going to be testing my front seats a little bit more in variation. So this is something that I didn't think about before, so I got to test with me moving the seat where I seat for my passenger and my driver's side, as well as, hey, not just pushing the seat forward, but also leaning it back, etc. So there's a lot of different routes you can go with this. When it comes to gaining every 10th or getting as loud as you can to know where you are set for output, it's probably really important to know this. But if you're not really looking at getting every 10th out of your system, like if you're demoing and all, not worried about it. But when it comes to a burp for like the highest score you want to get out of the system, this is the kind of stuff that you would want to do, especially when it comes to stuff with identifying ways to improve output, which comes into play with, hey, you're using some form of SPO meter, whether it's a Magnum or an SSA or etc. Anything that you have to measure this SPO, decibel output. So I got my ugly front end here, no dash and all, sorry about that. But what I'm about to do here is my original seat location for my passenger seat right now for my single 512 I'm about to test. So I have it right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, let's find my test tone sweep, and I have my meter here I'm going to test. So I'm going to first find out what my initial test is before readjusting everything. So what that means is I'm going to make sure I know where it stands with the seat where I normally would with somebody sitting in here, and then I'm going to see how it changes as I have the seat adjustment. So you'll see in a minute. And this will be pretty interesting because I've never done it on video or even in person for myself, so I'll be learning as I go. So here we go. Alright, so we're going to remember that score, 26.74. So 26.74. So what I'm going to do now is literally do nothing but push the seat back. So, alright, so now the seat is leaning way back, whereas before it wasn't. So now we're going to see how it changed. So 26.74. Here we go. Alright, so 6.74 to 6.89, so that's at least almost 2/10, so that for sure knows that I gained a 10th right there, pretty much, just by me having my seat angled down more, what that means is that some of the pressure is being blocked by the seat. So now what I'm going to do is test with it like this, since I know it's better with it down, which I've never done before, so that could be a whole 10th gain everywhere. So now I'm going to push the seat forward. So let me put this down, my phone real quick. Alright, push it forward. Okay, now we got it pushed forward. So as before it was right here, now it's pushed all the way up, so the seat's up more. Alright, so remember the 6.89. Here we go again. Look at that. My peak changed and it went up again. 6.84 to 7.1. So now I went up another 2/10. So officially 3/10 gain just by me having my seat go from standard seating to where it is now. Alright, so now my initial test I did before, this is going to kind of challenge that. So whenever I tested last time on the meter, my seat was all the way up and I had it hung all the way up like this. So it was all the way forward and all the way up. So now I'm going to see if this affects output. So 7.1, and just a quick commentary for anybody watching. So anybody that's like, Jacob, why would you do all these videos and literally just showing you in the meter and the seats and all, and it's stupid, just play the subwoofer, who cares about this? So this isn't about just for me showing you guys, hey, this is for fun for me. This is also to show the guys that are actually trying to figure out and recognize things that they can do to their system when they're metering that will actually help them with their output and improve SPL. And also just for you as curiosity to be, wow, hey, what if I actually did change my seat order? I mean, if you're not using your back seats and your trunk is blocking the pressure, obviously try it out. You never know. All right, anyway. Okay, so here we go. Let's get back to it. So 7.1, remember that? So that means there's really no drastic change in that. So I'm going to just challenge it one time. So I'm going to push it down all the way again, and we'll see if I go up. So yeah, it's all within a tenth. So that means that honestly, even having the seat up versus back, it might not matter much, but I actually think that I'm actually gaining a little bit by having this seat down. So that might be a good route for me to try to ensure I do when I do it. By having the seat up, just one more initial test, it looked like it didn't change. Alright, so it didn't really change. So yeah, at least I know for sure going from the screenshots here. So let me show you real quick. So you got 6.74 with original seat, and then 6.89 when I put the seat down, and then 7.1 when it was back or all the way forward. So that means for sure I know my seat needs to be all the way forward when I'm testing, and then the seat's going to be all the way down when I test. So forward, and then lay the seat down whenever I do my initial test for knowing the SPL score is approved output. So I'm going to, for now on, know I'm the loudest with my seat normally all the way forward, and then I'll just lay it down. But now, right now, I just got it in my standard location since, hey, if I'm not actually trying to meter, there's no reason for me to gain a tenth or two just because of somebody's in the vehicle and I want them to suffer. No, that's only when I'm doing the actual SPL test. So now what I'm going to do, once I got that original test, let me reset it back to where it was best. So to go even further in this, sorry I had to set my phone down to do that, is I'm going to test me in the passenger seat. So what I mean is I have currently, where I'm sitting here, is I didn't really move it. So now I'm going to move my seat all the way up. It's uncomfortable for me, but for metering wise, it might make a difference. So what I've got here is me. I literally moved my seat all the way up, whereas before it wasn't. So now I'm all the way up here. See, it's into the steering wheel, so y'all can kind of see I can't do that no more. So I'm going to move my stuff right here, and we're going to see if it changed output. Here we go. Whoops, I was on picture, not meter. So here we go. Alright, so in this video, it just showed that I gained another 2/10, literally 0.2 plus, just by me having my seat all the way up when I do the test. So what does that mean for me? It means I don't have to drive like that, but when I'm burping, let me go ahead and put the seat up when I'm burping. So now I'm just going to show you a test real quick. So I'm going to have the seat back where I had it before, and we're going to show you how much it changed. So remember, 7.29. Alright, here we go. So yeah, I lost it over 1/10 of dB just by me pushing the seat back. So that does show. All right, so out of this video, not just for me I learned, but also you guys, your passenger seat, your driver's seat are two critical points with SPL. So you could gain numerous tenths, even half a dB depending on the build, and especially wall builds. Wall builds, I've seen 1 to 2 dB gain just by moving your driver's seat up because it blocks the driver port. So any of you wall guys out there that have your port blocked because of your seat, you might want to reconsider that when it comes to burping for music demos, as well as, hey, when you're burping for the meter, is move your seat up, take it out, adjust it, retune your port, etc. Because that stuff really helped me gain when I had a wall build too. Anyway, Jacob Vial out. Hope I taught y'all something in this one. If not, thanks for watching. Subscribe. See you in the next one. Later.